Hi, I'm Lisa, one of the 365 Mile Challenge ambassadors, and today we are learning about day hiking with kids. Before we actually get onto the trail, there are some basic needs that we have. Uh, Backpack for sure. A small day pack is all that we need. We're not doing very much because we've got a toddler and a couple of teens going with us. I have my water. The kids each have their own backpacks. They carry their own water. And their essentials like, toys. They usually carry their own snacks as well. I carry extra water and snacks in my pack because there's always a hungry kid or someone forgot something. Extra bags are good. These little doggy bags are great to put your trash in when you're on the trail because you definitely don't want to leave trash laying around, and kids shoving them in their pockets tend to end up finding them on the trail. We don't want that. I also have my secret weapon, which is bubbles. That is a great motivator for kids to keep them going, get them moving a little bit faster. A few other things that I like to have with me. My youngest is 3, so we're not using this as much. Actually, I haven't used it in several months, but when she was younger, I had a carrier, so little legs get tired. So this I could throw in the backpack, either mine or my husband's backpack, and she can hike. Another thing that I really think is essential is a harness for the little ones. This is something I can throw in my bag if we're doing any kind of hike that has a cliff or edges or a large pool of water or river, and I'm afraid that she might run off. This is a good way to give your kid the security of you can't get too far, but give them the independence that they can still hike on their own. And if she's not wearing it, like today's hike isn't going to be anything really dangerous, so I'll just keep it in my backpack if I need it. Also with kids, young kids especially, extra clothes. Always extra clothes. And if they're real young, extra diapers or pull-ups. And of course, any hike, sunscreen and bug repellent. So the first thing about hiking with kids is to be adaptable and have a backup plan. Our first trail was closed, so we're on a different trail. Something else I always tell the kids is when we get to a trail junction, they need to stop. Since I've got teens, they like to head off on their own, and we give them the leeway to get a little bit ahead of us. But they know that when there is a trail junction, they need to stop and wait for us. And so they just stopped, and I told them, we're going left. Here's something cool we found on the trail. It's a giant sequoia you can walk through. So when hiking with kids, it's important to have someone on point, which is my son up there in the blue shirt. He's been an avid hiker for a good 7 years, so I'm pretty confident in him leading the front. And that means that none of the other kids, the younger kids, are going to pass him. He knows, especially with his younger sister riding on his tail, that she needs to stay behind him. Younger kids go in the middle. Usually an adult or an older teen brings up the rear. Usually it's me bringing up the rear if it's just me and the kids. If my husband's with us, he'll bring up the rear, and I will follow somewhere in the middle. If it's just me and my husband and the little one of us takes point, one takes the rear, and she stays in between us to make sure that she's safe and not running off anywhere. You also want to make sure, especially if you're going somewhere alone with the kids, let someone know where you are when you're expected back. A lot of times I hike with just my little one or me and the older kids. My husband will stay back. We have some walkie-talkies, so he knows we're okay. We can reach him if we need to. Check in periodically. Also let him know how long the trail is and about how long I expect it to be. Keeping in mind that if I was hiking by myself, I'd be a lot quicker. I've got a toddler who wants to stop and look at everything. It's going to take probably twice as long as I expect it to. When you've got littles with you, your hikes are going to be slower. There's going to be a million water breaks. You're going to stop for snacks. There's going to be logs to climb, rocks to throw, sticks to pick up. Let them explore. It makes their experience so much better. So to recap on hiking with kids, number one, be adaptable. Things are not going to go the way you planned, and that's okay. Wear comfortable clothing, breathable clothing. That's something you can move in. Make sure everyone's got a good pair of shoes with traction so they're not slipping on the trails. Bring water and snacks. Ideally, every kid brings their own, makes them a little more independent. And then as mom, you bring extra snacks and extra water. And the number one thing is have fun. Let the kids explore on the trail. Make it about the journey, and they will want to come back. Let them have fun, let them explore, and let them enjoy nature.